My name is Jack. I work here at Studios 31 as one of the in-house engineer and producer. I've been with the company for I think about 6 years, probably a bit longer, something like that. The thing is, it sounds amazing on a bunch of different stuff. And the cool thing about having like so many microphones is that most of the time, if you, as I was saying before, you can like start mapping sounds in your own head. But the reality is like sometimes you actually use the same microphone on something very similar and then you're like, oh, maybe I don't like it, but maybe you don't like that microphone on that particular performance in that room. So the good thing about having so many microphones and being so many of us is that every time that we try something that's a bit different, we share that. And let's put the speaker on. And it's super cool because you really get to try things and be like, oh, I tried this on a, I don't know, double bass, and it was like incredibly cool, and it's not like the type of microphone that I would normally put on a double bass. So every time that you try something different, it's just fun. So just having that sort of knowledge, which we literally just pass it down over the years, like so the seniors engineers they pass the knowledge down, and then that's the way it works. But just like an older model that we might have really helps you with the sound. And then we go like, for example, we've got 4 170s, the TLMs, and as I was saying before, we've got a bunch of, they're all marked. So you see we've got like these sort of collections of things. So this is a plus. Plus means that this is the brightest. This one with 2 dots means that it will pair really well with this bad boy. So these two, if you want to do like a stereo pair, those are the two that sound the most similar the most. Mm-hmm. A line like this means that it's kind of like flatter compared to like the one with the plus, which means that it's actually a bit brighter. And the same thing goes for like the 87s. We got actually an old 87, which the funny thing, this was made in Western Germany. So this actually, this is really old. This is really old. Yeah, this sounds really cool. It's just, it just doesn't like modern music as much. Because back in the days, you wouldn't have put this near anything. Even when I was studying like audio, when I started, like people were supposed to sing like really far, and then over the years we keep getting closer and closer and closer. And I feel like this one in particular does not like you can't really rap on this or like be very close, or it's just too much. But if you use it like it's great for like ambiances. This one sounds great on cello. Everything that you want like that sort of like low mid to come out, it's really, yeah, they're really cool. So knowing like what you can do, with the other microphones, because a lot of the time, a microphones is just, they're literally just like, they're just tools. So people might actually want to use like, I don't know, an 84 because they like the Neumann sound. The 84 to me personally sounds very Neumann-y. But maybe then the 84s, they're quite popular around here. And so, we can actually be, all right, we do not have an 84 available today, but we can actually use the 184, which is kind of like the newer version. It's gonna sound like slightly different, so you can actually position it in a slightly different way that you would actually position an 84. Also, because they don't have the pads, for example, you need to leave a bit more space. You wouldn't be able to use like the 184 on a really like loud snare, for example. They tend to clip a bit easier. But if someone, let's say, they want to use like an 84 on a hi-hat, and we do not have them, I know for a fact that we could actually use like the 85. It's literally the same thing, it's just got a bit of a roll-off. But because you're using that on a hi-hat, it doesn't matter as much. That's the way it works. And the other thing that I was saying before, which I think is actually pretty cool, microphones, they're supposed to sound like very similar, the same microphone, but once again, different reiteration of the mic. With time, I like to think that microphones are kind of like a bit like people, so with time they get a bit tired. So they get a bit darker, they don't react to transient the same way they react when they're new. But that's also like awesome because like you can really use that as a creative tool. So if you got something, I don't know why I'm talking about drums a lot, but let's say you got something that sounds like a bit too transient, using like an older microphone, the same version, the same microphone, but just like an older model that we might have, really helps you with the sound. We got 64s. Oh man, 64s, these are really cool.
They're interesting mics for sure.
They sound, these 64s here, they sound like vibes almost straight away. We use this a lot on horns, for ensemble sort of stuff. So you got like 3 or more and you want some sort of like stereo imaging. These ones, they do something with the horns that is just, honestly, it's incredible. This is the 67.
This is one of our favorites.
This is
gorgeous mic.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It sounds amazing. It sounds amazing on vocal.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos just like this.